everybody, welcome back to my channel, that is Multiple Stuffs to Learn. So without delaying, let's go on with the next topic. So in the previous class we have studied about the chemical evolution, right? And also I said that in the next topic, that is, we'll study about the evidences of evolution. So we all know that what is evolution. Evolution is nothing but it is a gradual change which happens lately, but it will be occurring continuously. So we know that evolution is nothing but it is a gradual changes, okay, that leads to the origin of new or the variety of species. So in previous videos we all studied about the how the theories were, and we all know the many theories like panspermium, special creations. So these all, so according to them, especially special creation, so that theory says that the creation was as it is. They say that the theory states that the special creation means, in the sense, the God has come and he created all the organisms now as they are. So but it is not so true. So in order to prove this, we got the evidences of evolution. So we cannot just blindly believe, right, there is a evolution. So some people gave us evidences. So what are these evidences? So the evidences are like paleontology and some homologous, analogous organs, embryology. There are many more, we'll go on with that. So in this class we will know about the first evidence, that is paleontology. So what is this paleontology? Is it a new word for you? I may guess it is a new word for you. So paleontology is nothing but, as biology is a study of living organisms, so this paleontology is nothing but it is also the study of fossils. So what is paleontology? It is the study of fossils. So what is this fossil then? What is this fossil? Have you heard the word fossil? Yes. It is nothing but fossil is the remaining of the living organisms. For example, say have a look over here. See such a beautiful dinosaur it is. As I am not good at drawing, please adjust karo. And this is the skeleton. Can you see? It is the skeletal structure of the dinosaur. So what happened is, this is the fossil. Why they call this as a fossil is because any organism which is dead, and if we find its skeletal system, or if we find its parts of that hard, like for example the bone maybe, or else the teeth, which are the strong organs or the hard organs, they will be found when they are buried under the mud. So in the era of Jurassic, these paleontologists or some scientists found the skeletal system of this dinosaur. So they say that in the era of Jurassic, there was a presence of creatures called dinosaurs. So that's why we can easily say that fossils are the best evidences for the evolution. So it gives us the support that yes, evolution is occurring and we are the example, we are the evidences. Not only this, many organisms which are buried under the mud, and after many of years when we dig the mud, especially think if you are a paleontologist and if you have to find some fossils, because we need to study about the fossils. So fossil is nothing but that is the hard or the remains of the hard structure of the dead living organisms. So this is what fossil. So how this fossil helps in the evidences of evolution? So fossils here, how we can take them as evidences for the evolution? The first thing is number of fossils. What? Number of fossils. And the second one is nature of fossils. Nature of fossils. And the third one is difference between the present and future forms. So what does it mean? If I get the fossil of this dinosaur, so we will get to know how many numbers of fossils are there. So we know that we just cannot find a single species fossil, right? There are many hundreds, billions of species over on the earth. So if we dig the earth to find any fossils, as a paleontologist we will notice many number of fossils, and based on that, after studying that fossils, we'll get to know that what kind of organism is that and to which category or to which species it belongs to. So that is what the number of fossils. See, for example, have a look over here. If this is a earth, just think, if this is a earth, in the primitive era, what happened is there were the, as we know, Devonian period. During that period, only the fishes, as I don't know the diagram neatly, so the fishes were more in that time. So if before this, on the earth surface, if this is the earth, on this surface, here we can find the fishes, because fishes are the first invertebrates. Okay, so if we dig the earth deeper and deeper, in the innermost layer we will find the fossils of the fishes, and above these fishes, see, we know the fishes evolved into amphibians, and amphibians evolved into reptiles, and those reptiles evolved into birds and mammals. So in the same way, the amphibians of the outer layer, on this layer, the outer layer, we can find the fossils of the amphibians over here. In the same way, on this layer we can find the reptiles. So here like this, what happened is the scientists, they go on, dig the earth, and they found the fossils of many reptiles and amphibians and fishes. So those were the organisms which were present in some year, but they are now extinct. So we can say that, so that is the evidence there is a occurrence of the evolutions. So this is the example, or this is the way how we can believe that, that is, fossils are the evidences for the evolutions. Okay, and so we got to know nature of fossils. Coming to nature of fossils, see, if a paleontologist find the fossil of a fish, we will get to know that there is a presence of the fish. Okay, in the same way, the nature of fossils will be different as respect to their species or to which category they belong. And coming to the difference between the present and future of fossil. For example, see, have a look over this dinosaur. Okay, nowadays we cannot find this dinosaur because it is extincted. We cannot find over here. We don't see the dinosaur roaming over here and all, right? So this dinosaur was present many million years ago. So we can directly notice that there is a difference between the past and future forms of living organisms. So as we know, like in case of reptiles, where some scientists say that these lizards are evolved. So they evolved and they came into the new species, that is snakes. Because have you seen the body structure of the snake and lizard? See, the body will be cylindrical, but the only thing is the snakes won't be having the limbs. So that is the difference over here. So like that, when the lizards, they started not using the organs like hind limbs and forelimbs, they lost them, and new species that which is originated is called as the snake. This is how the difference between the present and future forms of fossils will be different. Hence we can get to know that on earth there were many organisms which are not present today but were present in the ancient era are true. So that's why we can say that fossils are the best evidences for the occurrence of evolutions. This is what about the fossils. So if you find any doubt or if you have any question, you can please ask me in the comment box. So the next topic is, that is, missing link. Missing link. So we got to know that fossils are the evidences of evolution, and the next one is missing link. So what is this missing link? So before that, we know that fishes, okay, or the species which got evolved into amphibians, and these amphibians into So let me tell you, missing link is nothing but there is, for example, we know that from fish or the fishes got evolved and came to amphibians. Okay. So here, for example, a fish called coelacanth. Okay. This coelacanth, which is a fish, what happened is it is a fish which is the connecting link between the amphibians. So this coelacanth is connecting link between the fishes and amphibians. So what is this? Right, let me tell you. This is a coelacanth is a species which is actually a fish. But the thing is, what the wonder is, this coelacanth fish has both the characters of the fishes and also the amphibians. So any organism or the creature which possesses two categories characters, that are called as the connecting link. So this study of this connecting link is nothing but the missing link. Why we call this as a missing link is because nowadays or in this era, these species or these creatures are extincted. They are not alive till now or today's. So that's why we call these connecting links as the missing link. So what is the use of this? How come we can consider that missing links are the evidences of evolution? See, as some theories says that God created the creatures as they are now. No, it is not at all. Because because we know evolution is a gradual process, okay, where the genetic makeup changes gradually. So this fish, what happened is, take for example, it is any kind of fish. For example, you can take catla also. Just for example, if that fish got evolved for many years and it leads to the one more fish that is called coelacanth. Why? Because we know that the primitive earth or in the primitive era, what happened is there were many creatures, they were only in the water. And the habitat, the food, everything were available in the water itself. So what happened due to the adaptation? What this fish did one day, it got some creatures or some abilities to go out of the water. So what this fish did is, it went out of the water and found that, oh, there is no competition over on the land, so I can survive on land also. So that's what the evolution happened. It is nothing like the fish got the very next morning, the fish converted into amphibian and it was like, oh, I became amphibian. And no, it's not nothing, because it took many years to get evolved to form a new species or new organism. So this is why missing link is one of the evidences of the evolution. And one more best example, that is the missing link or the connecting link which is between the reptiles and bird is Archaeopteryx. So let me tell about it. I said missing link. See, have a look over this picture. This is a weird organism, as I don't know to draw it neatly. So this is how the bird looks. In fact, it is the connecting link between the reptiles and birds. So his name is Archaeopteryx. So his name is Archaeopteryx. So he is the link between the reptiles and birds. Why he is the link between the reptiles and birds? So it doesn't mean, or it means that this one is the evidence where we can believe that the reptile got evolved and hence it became birds, or it became a new species, that is birds. How we can tell it? See, have a look over this picture. Can you see it has got the wings and also the beak? Usually reptiles won't be having the beak and wings, right? But have a look over this. Actually, the thing is, this organism or his body is the representation of the reptile skeletal system. But the thing is, it developed the wings and also the beak. So see the structure. Here it is the tail region, and have a look over the legs. See, can you see here the sharp organs which are the claws? Have you seen claws to the birds? And one more thing is how we can say it is a connecting link between the reptiles and birds is we know that birds don't have bones. They have just pneumatic bones. But the thing regarding with the Archaeopteryx is he got the original bones, that is non-pneumatic bones. Non-pneumatic bones. And also he got the teeth. See, have a look over here. There were a presence of teeth to this organism. But in case of birds usually don't possess the teeth. And also feathers. Have you seen any reptiles, like for example this crocodile and snakes having any feathers? Have you seen? No, right? So these are the some characters in which this organism has both characters of the reptiles and as well as the birds. So this is why we conclude that Archaeopteryx is an connecting link and also the missing link between the reptile and birds. This is why we say that we can tell that missing links are also the evidences of evolution. If there was an absence of these fossils, so how could we find that? How can we give the evidences for the evolution? So with this, I think you have understood about the paleontology, especially about the fossils and missing link. So this is one of the main and important evidences of the evolution. And in the next class, let me come up with the another evidences of evolution, that is homologous and analogous structure. Till that, stay tuned, study well and take care. Bye bye, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, like and share. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.